Okay. Welcome. I'm going to call the meeting to order. The Yountville Arts Commission. Let's proceed with the roll call, please.
Commissioner Resnick.
Here.
Commissioner Meredith.
Here.
Commissioner Lee.
Here.
Commissioner McKee-Cant.
Here.
Chairperson Caption.
Here.
Please let the record reflect that Commissioner McDonald and Commissioner Scheer are absent today.
Thank you. Now we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Now we need somebody to make a motion to adopt the agenda for today.
I move we adopt the agenda for today.
I second that.
Thank you. And about a vote? Everybody in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, that passes. Next, the approval of the minutes from April 4th. And yeah, I wasn't here April 4th, but
You'll just
was
recuse
here.
yourself.
I so move that we approve the
Okay.
meeting minutes.
we have
I
a
second
second.
it.
Great. And a vote on the approval?
Aye.
Aye.
And I abstain. Next is public comment. Do we have any public comment?
No, we do not.
Thank you. Next is the Art Fund report.
So we do not have a current report because the meeting is so early in the month. So we don't have the end of May report yet. I mean, end of April report yet because it's only May 2nd. So our finance department works fast, but not that fast.
Okay.
So I'll have May for you in June, or April for you in June. Sorry.
Okay. And next is the Art Walk Subcommittee. Judy and I were both on that committee. Rhonda is the subcommittee chair. We're in process of talking to a couple sculptors, but we have nothing to bring forward at this time. So next is the Gallery Subcommittee. Oh, that's me. That'll be me as well. Jim and Rhonda are on that subcommittee. They're not here, and so Jim sent an email. The lineup is as follows for the future. Currently, we have the Cali Zoe artists, Spiro Sisters, through May 13th. Next, associated with the Art Sip and Stroll, is Illustrative Confections by artist Nick Kahn. That's May 19th through July 16th. Next is El Arte de Jose Martinez with artist Jose Martinez, July 21st to September 30th. Next is an artist yet to be scheduled. That's not an artist name, that's really like an artist next to scheduled. It's not Prince, or the artist formerly known as the artist yet to be scheduled. Will be from October 6th through December 2nd. And finally, as we always end our year with the annual youth art exhibit from December 8th to January 6th. So that's the gallery news. Other than the opening of the Spiro Sisters was really fun. It was very well attended. We had wine, we had music, we set a record for wine consumption, which was pretty good.
We went through a whole case of sparkling, which we don't typically do.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a big
Quite a
success.
measurement.
But we replenished.
We replenished and we went over an hour beyond the closing time, so that's like success for any party. And their pop-ups on Friday have been really successful. They're getting a lot of people just driving by and waving at them, and a lot of people stopping and talking to them, as well as purchasing jewelry and some paintings have sold as well. So next we have Nick Kahn, whose opening is 5:19, and the reception for that will be fun too. I hope we can get music for that.
I don't think Lassie had responded to Rhonda. She was going to ask him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that really helped.
So we do some 60s or psychedelic.
Yeah, I think it just really helped overall with the,
vibe.
The vibe, yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
if he,
think-
obviously it's his choice.
And certainly if the weather's good, it will draw people that are walking by in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Literary Subcommittee, and that is
Jeffrey?
Jeff.
By process of elimination.
Yeah.
So we are, I'm presenting a project that Rhonda has been highly involved, very active, very hardworking on, the legacy of Sally and Don Schmidt. It's basically to bring the communities of family, friends, chefs, and residents together to honor the history, spirit, and culinary contributions of Sally and Don Schmidt brought to Napa Valley. And both in terms of his work as mayor, other involvements, her work as in terms of the restaurants, and her new book is coming out. Unfortunately, she passed, but her book is coming out, and so it'll focus a bit on what they have done, their contributions to the community, and her work as a chef in particular. So they're trying to do a combination of family members, community members, chefs, trying to get some chefs to maybe make some foods possibly. The only thing that is totally nailed down is the date, June 30th this year, 5 to 7 p.m. Be here at the Heritage Room and Gallery. They still don't know exactly who the chefs, members, family members, others will be, but they're working with. Well, we do know that Lori Norlock will be hosting this, which is great. And Lori and others have been talking to chefs, working out some details. So all the details aren't done, but a lot of it, of the general structure of it, is in place. I think it's going to be a really great event. The committee is suggesting an admission charge of $20 per person to cover $15 for Yountville residents to cover some of the expenses around this. They want to have some wine there. They want to have, as I said, some chefs make some things, and so it might help reimburse both of those with these funds, as well as other kinds of expenses. We're assuming that probably 50 of the potential 300 tickets would be giveaway for people involved with it, like the chefs or others involved in the discussions. So that's it in a nutshell. Do you have any questions about the event that is being proposed?
Sounds great. It sounds very exciting. I
does
think
sound-
it's really wonderful for her to be honored, especially with the culinary town that we are here in Yountville. And I think it's important to share with the community more about Sally and Don. And
Some of us who are newer in the community didn't know who Sally and Don were. I had to research it myself, and it was
Exactly.
really fun to do.
And that book is a hot ticket. You can't get it. It's
Yeah.
really difficult, and I believe that Rhonda and everyone are working on getting books for the event.
Yes, they are, yeah. And it looks likely, not a given, but it looks likely that they will have books for the event. They are working hard on it. Any other preferably easy questions?
Yeah, where is the Heritage Room and Gallery? Did I miss that? next door here,
It
or-
is, no, it's the one.
It's the community center, the community
center,
hall.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
We call it the Heritage Room.
I've never heard it that
Yeah,
way. Okay.
there's so many names for our spaces, but yeah, most people know it as the community hall. Yeah.
Yes.
But it's the one with the gallery in front that we use as so
Okay.
that's the gallery that,
Super
with the art.
appropriate.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
And there'll be an art exhibit up there for it, which would also be nice.
So June 30th, I should know that. I just said that.
Yeah, June
Okay,
30th, 5
so
to 7 p.m.
Illustrative
Be Jose?
Confections.
No.
No,
Yeah, Nick will be there.
Nick.
June.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Great. Thank you. Thanks, Jeff. Thanks, Rhonda, wherever you are. That way. She's that way. So anything else from literary?
I'm thinking we need a vote on this by the commission.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so we
that's a
did
good
present
idea.
it as a vote because it would be a new program that wasn't included in your budget presentation. So
Great. Okay.
Well, I would certainly move that we move forward with this event to honor Sally and
Great.
Tom.
I'll second it.
Great.
Okay, now,
That's not inappropriate, is it?
everybody,
Yes.
no,
Fine.
everybody in favor of that motion?
And I guess,
Aye.
Aye.
it's a work in progress, so a lot more information from what I can tell is forthcoming.
Yeah, we'll have, I'm sure, a lot more information at for our next meeting, yes.
Great.
Fantastic.
We don't intend to hide it from anybody. It's just not finalized.
Great. Okay, anything else from literary?
No.
No, not
Thank
yet.
you.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Noelle, you're up next with marketing
Marketing.
and PR.
As Sam promised, the Art Sip and Stroll banners are up in town, and they're still looking good. And this past Saturday, it was really lovely. If you got your chamber email blast, there was a lovely full-page blast about Art Sip and Stroll coming up, so that was quite nice. And also, the chamber now has Nick's gallery card, so they'll be posting it as we get closer to the event. So there'll be a lot of chamber activity on that too. Rhonda, who is not here, has been very, very busy with the Napa Valley Register, and she's getting a lot of wonderful press coming our way. So she's on our marketing committee, you know, even though she's not officially on it, she's out there really working hard. So thank you, Rhonda, for that. And Sam, although you're not on our marketing committee,
I'm on every committee.
you've been working hard. And I'll let you talk a little bit about the Chronicle and the Register ads, and also, I'm assuming Kavon is going forward?
Yeah, so specific to Art Sip and Stroll, our Chronicle is it's through Hearst Media. They're not just a paper company; they're really a big marketing company, really now. But they are running all of our online ads majority through Facebook. So you might see those going. So that's working really well, and it's similar. They have all of those, metrics and things that go way beyond my comprehension to target the people that we need to target, and that's what we pay them to do. So after the event, I always bring back the report from them, which I find really interesting on number of clicks and hits and all those things. So, and then we are working with KVON, KVYN, and so we have, I heard already our recorded commercial in English, and that should be starting on the 5th. So we'll really reasonable package with them. We'll have 25 ads a week run in both English and then on the Spanish side, which is the KVON, their new Spanish station. And then we're also going to have, I think it was 5 interviews. So we're still working with the marketing committee on choosing who we may ask to come in, and we'll try to maybe host an artist, maybe host a winery, have special people do that. So you go in and it's 5 to 7 minutes talking with their DJs. So we're scheduling those between now and then. And then the Napa Valley Register finally got a hold of someone in their advertising department. But we are going with a package with them, which again was quite reasonable actually based on my experience in the past. But we'll be running 5 ads with them between now and the event. One of them is a Sunday, which is great. And then they'll also be running the ads on their website as well for their e-readers. So yeah, all within our marketing budget. I think we're doing really well.
That's exciting, really is. Thank you, Sam. As you were mentioning, Callie Zoe's doing really well on Fridays when they're with their pop-up. It's absolutely amazing how much business is. Hopefully they're selling. There's a lot of people around the front of the gallery, which is very exciting. And I'm sure, Cindy, that had something to do with you taking cards around town. Thank you.
Yes,
and
I
to the
think that was
chamber
good.
and I have to thank everybody on the committee because everybody's doing things for marketing and for getting our events out there. And it's really, thank you. Always feel free, and what's nice is we keep each other posted what everybody's doing, so we don't have 2 people doing the same thing, but that's been obviously quite effective, and it's really nice that the chamber still takes hard copies of things. It hasn't just totally turned to digital only. And we have Kelly Zoe in Napa Sonoma Magazine and Napa Valley Life, and there was also a chamber email blast that went out on that. And that's pretty exciting for them. I'm really pleased because they're such a very different type of gallery event that's really been proven to be successful. thanks to Danielle and Sam for our Facebook, we are not only posting all the artists of Art Sip and Stroll, thank you, Robin, we're now posting performers for Art Sip and Stroll, so we're really getting a nice big push on Facebook with everybody who's participating. Let's see. Art has a seat at the table. The newsletter indeed went out and was beautifully received. So many people have commented on it. And then the chamber then posted it permanently on their website as a chamber blog. So that's really nice. And they also sent it out as an email blast. I don't know if you saw that, Robin, but there was, all on its own, it went out to their entire email list. So that's been getting a lot of play.
No.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it
That'd
in
be
my,
great.
if I
Thank
still
you.
have it, and send it on to you. And then Dana Redmond, who was one of the media people who was on our FAM tour with us, she was quite taken with the art walk tour that we gave her, and she did that lovely piece on KRON. She was unable to do a piece for Art Sip and Stroll on KRON because they apparently book their segments way, way early in the year, and I thought I was early in the year, but clearly not early enough. But she did write an article, which she's actually in Switzerland right now and was sweet enough to write me and let me know. It's going to be posted, and as soon as it is, we'll find out what it is. So that'll be coming up soon for Art Sip and Stroll. And then I was just recently on a chamber all-member Zoom call, and Lindsay Gallagher from Visit Napa Valley was on it. And she was talking about tourism in Napa Valley, and we did such a great turnout in November for Yountville Dreaming. She was saying that we had the best turnout, and we had such a high amount of responses in social media as a result of that. We had a reach of 1.4 million through Visit Napa Valley for Yountville, and much of that was Yountville Arts. We took a heart in, we had video up, we had all kinds of information for Yountville Arts. There was an uptick of 42% page visits, 36,200 engagement, and 800 photo entries in a contest they had, all for Yountville. So it really had some very, very nice exposure, and it was a lot of fun. And we're in their deck, our photo in the hot air balloon with all of us from Yountville, including you, Steve. We're in their deck on
that's
tourism.
great.
And I have to say, we had the most people in our photograph of all the towns here in Napa Valley. We had quite a turnout, and that was really a lot of fun. Judy's been working on Google search research, and I'm going to let you talk about what you found for Yountville Arts.
Okay, thank you. So Cindy and Rhonda and I have been meeting, and what we've found out is that we do an amazing job of getting noticed and searches for CEO for tourism, but not for artists. So through some research that we've done and a couple meetings that we had, we've decided, and Sam has blessed this and is going to help us with this, we're proposing to have a landing page through the current website that is directed strictly to artists. And it would be a call to action with a frequently asked questions style page that Cindy's putting together with Sam right now, as well, hopefully, as well as some testaments by artists who love working with the Yountville Arts Council, as we discussed in our last meeting. And our strategy will be an email informal survey to sculptors to help strategize about attracting other sculptors. So we want to know what brought them here, and that'll be our questions. And as well as with current artists, they'll be willing to make a statement or be available for other artists to contact regarding the Yountville experience. And I think, Cindy, you weren't here, but one of the things we talked about is that, many artists tell Rhonda they love working with Yountville Arts because it's so easy to get to, and so professional. And then Sam has agreed that she'll be working with the in-house procedure once they have the survey and the frequently asked questions complete. So we'll have two different ways to reach out, one for tourists and one for the artists.
Robin, anything about performing arts?
And the only thing that I've added since the agenda was closed was that I'm working with Danielle and Sam to reach out to the sponsors for the Music in the Park concerts to make sure that they are on board with the concert that they chose to be represented at, and so we can give them proper thanks.
That's great. It's going to be exciting. It's really nice that they're getting all the promotion on Facebook, too. And then this is kind of a combined sort of marketing gallery situation. As Cindy mentioned, we have an artist to be determined for October for the gallery. And just in casual conversation, as we all have, when I was talking with Rhonda, she had mentioned that the gallery committee would be looking for a new artist. Thank you, for the gallery that month. I have been really looking for an opportunity to work with Jessup. They are such supporters of the arts. They are such good partners to the town. They're always there for all our events to support us. And they're so much into the arts that I thought, well, one day organically something will come up for Jessup, and we might be able to do something together. And Tracy and I had talked about it, as talk goes. And then when I thought about this, I started thinking, this is interesting. We have an opening, and maybe we might use their curator of their arts and let her work with our gallery committee to have something from, not from Jessup, but from the curator of their gallery. And then, of course, they would be a wonderful marketing partner for us in terms of really blasting it out to their email lists, and we would work together. And so that's at least now moving forward with discussion for the gallery committee. They'll take it from here and see. And I have spoken with Tracy. Obviously, they're very excited about the possibility. So I'm really pleased about that. I think it's going to be a lovely event for the town. It's very local, and I think it's just going to be a win-win for everybody. So that's it for marketing.
Just as a side note, I was walking over here and there were two people that walked by the banner for Art Sip and Stroll, stopped, walked back, started looking and talking about it. So people are affected by it.
Sam was really wondering when those banners would be ready to go up, because apparently a lot of people have been seeing the banners on the light posts and asking for more information. So now they have it.
Yeah, and I was looking at those, the way they're designed. If the wind blows them backwards, you can't see the website on them. So I think
know.
that people, yeah.
I know that, because
But when they blow the right way, you can
I
see
know,
them.
I thought they were on there, and then
Yeah.
the other day when we were driving by, I had my head going way down low looking to see, because I thought they were there, but sometimes you can see them and sometimes you can't. But well, now we'll be getting everybody as they come into town and drive through town. And
At some point, it'd be nice to have those little banners have a changeable date. I don't know how to do that, but sewing on or something where we could put so that you see the little banners and it has a date on it. Because that's what people ask me, like, oh, it's coming.